Welcome. This is the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, and we are so glad that you've made it to a calmer corner of your day. Here, we focus on real solutions, practical help, and the kind of encouragement we could all use a little more of. So let's get to it.
Traveling for the holidays gets trickier as we get older. That line alone makes a lot of people stop and nod, right? Because it's true. And here's the good news. Today I'm going to walk you through simple, realistic tips that make holiday travel easier, safer, and a whole lot less stressful for older adults and their families. You'll walk away from this episode knowing what to plan for, what to pack, and how to avoid the most common travel problems seniors run into this time of year. If you're new here, I'm Robin Schultz, Senior Home Safety Specialist. I've spent years helping older adults and their families navigate this kind of stuff, so you're in good hands. All right, let's get into it. When we talk about holiday travel, we're really talking about two things. First, the excitement of getting together with family, and second, the stress of everything else. You know what I mean. The crowds, the tight schedules, the cold weather, the rushing, the carrying, the figuring out where anything is in a place you've never been. It can be a lot. But with a little planning, we can make the whole experience so much easier. Let me start with something simple but incredibly important. Give yourself more time than you think you need. I know it sounds obvious, but I can't tell you how many older adults, myself included, get overwhelmed because we're trying to move at holiday speed and the body is like, nope, not today. So even if you're used to breezing through an airport or driving 8 hours in a day, this may not be the year for that. Slow the whole day down. Add buffer time everywhere. It will just help your stress level and help you breathe a little easier. Now let's talk about hydration. I know it is not glamorous, and what does it have to do with the holidays? But hear me out. Most older adults get dehydrated when they travel. It's the heat in the car or the dry air on the plane, the extra moving around. It all adds up. And dehydration can make you feel dizzy and confused. So keep water with you and sip often. And if you're worried about getting up for bathroom breaks, choose seats near restrooms when you can, or plan extra stopping points on the way. Another thing I want you to think about is mobility. Even if you don't normally use a walker or a cane at home, travel environments are very different. There are long lines and slippery floors and dim lighting and fast walkers or runners bumping into you, like in the airport when somebody's running for a plane. If you feel even a little bit unsteady, this is the time to make sure you have mobility support and you use it. Most airports will offer wheelchair assistance for free. You just have to make sure you request it ahead of time. But trust me, it makes the whole process so much smoother. Also, let's talk a bit about medication. Make sure you pack all medications in your carry-on. Do not put them in your checked luggage. Checked bags get lost all the time and delayed all the time, and you want your medications to be with you all the time. So, don't put them in your checked bags. Make sure you bring extra just in case. Have at least a couple days worth on you with you in your luggage that you're carrying on or in your car, just in case weather slows things down. You know how it is around the holidays with weather. There's always ice delays or something. Another tip is to keep a list of emergency contacts with you. And on that list, you should have your doctors and their contact information, your allergies, and the medications that you need. All of this can be put on a small card in your wallet, or it can be printed out and put into your suitcase, your carry-on. That way, if something happens, even something tiny, it helps either you help yourself faster or it helps other people help you faster, which is what we want. All right, moving on into something that families often forget, and that is comfort. It sounds like a small thing, but comfort can make or break the travel experience for older adults. So, make sure you dress in layers, and you bring compression socks for swelling, your swelling feet on a plane, or in the car if you're taking a long road trip. You also maybe want to think about bringing a neck pillow for either sleeping in the car or on the plane. You want to pack snacks that aren't going to upset your stomach. Little things like this can make a much calmer trip. You're not suddenly having to find a restaurant while you're on the road. You have a snack or, that kind of thing. And something really else important to pay attention to is if you're traveling and you're staying in someone else's home, talk ahead of time about accessibility in the home. All right, you don't need to know, do they have a remodel, full remodel, but you do want to know things like, are there stairs that I'm going to have to climb? Is there a grab bar in the bathroom? Is there maybe a private space where I can just close the door and rest if I need to? Is the bathroom easy to get in and out of and use? People don't always think about this until they arrive and then they go, oh, this may not work as well as we thought. So be sure to have the conversation early. Now, if you're flying, pick flights with the fewest connections. Non-stop is obviously best, not because an older adult can't change a plane, but because airports are unpredictable during the holidays, and lots of crowds and short layovers make it much more stressful. So we want you to keep your stress level low. And as far as driving, if you're taking a long road trip, please be sure to plan breaks every couple of hours. Stretch your legs, move your joints, keep the blood flowing. It prevents stiffness and it just feels good. I mean, you only have to stop for 15 minutes in a roadside roadside restroom. Or, if you go to like a travel stop, whatever, just enough to get out and stretch your legs, use the bathroom. It breaks up the day a little bit, makes it a little easier for you. And if the weather looks iffy, snow, you got rain, you got ice, whatever, consider if you can to shift your travel day because you want to be safe. Another thing I want to mention is energy management. Travel uses a lot of physical and emotional energy. So be honest with yourself about how much you can realistically do in a day. It's okay to skip late night activities. It is okay to take a nap. It is okay to say, I need to rest. I'm going to just shut the door here for a little bit. Your job is to enjoy the holiday, not to be completely exhausted. And caregivers, let me talk to you for a second. Keep your expectations flexible. Even the best travel plans can go sideways. So try your best to stay patient and calm and remember that the goal is connection, not perfection. And one last tip before I wrap up is listen to your body. If something feels off, you're short of breath, you're dizzy, there's swelling, unusual fatigue, don't try to push through it for the sake of the holidays. Traveling while older doesn't mean giving up your independence, but it means you need to take care of yourself in a smarter, more intentional way. Okay, I hope these tips give you a little more confidence and peace as you or someone you love prepares to travel this holiday season. After all, you deserve a trip that's safe and joyful, not rushed and stressful. So thanks for joining me today. If this episode brought a little peace to your day, please share it with someone you care about. And you'll find more resources for seniors and caregivers on our website at seniorsafetyadvice.com. If you haven't already, also check out our other site, aginginplacedirectory.com, which is full of helpful tools and trusted professionals to support aging in place. Come back tomorrow for another daily moment of guidance and encouragement right here on the Senior Safety Advice Podcast. Until next time, take care. Bye.
This podcast is part of our mission to help older adults live safely and independently. If you'd like to take the next step, visit aginginplacedirectory.com, where you'll find specialists, helpful resources, and inspiration to make every home your place to thrive.